Alright, so this is the shoe portion of the TASM suit. So I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money, like $150 to get the actual Asics. So I got these Skechers for $5 at Goodwill. So what I'm going to be doing is cutting out around the toe up here and down. Not entirely sure what to do back here because it's hard. There's an inner heel shell sort of thing that I'm going to be cutting down around here and back up. So if you look on the actual suit, the shoes do have a little lip on the toe. I'm also going to be painting them red and blue and silver so that they are a little more screen accurate. Okay, so this is how it'll start, and this is how it will end after cutting. Essentially what I did is I got scissors and cut along the edge there. It's not perfect, but it'll have to do. And up to the toe, and I decided just to cut along the seam there, and once that started to arc up, like you can see on this shoe right here, I just cut across here just underneath the seam. And the shoe is actually made of a lot of foam and stuff, so it worked decent. I also sanded it down a little bit just to get rid of some frays. And so now I just need to do the other shoe, and then I'll get on to painting it. Another thing that you should do is before you start, make sure you take out the inner sole piece, just because later we're going to be gluing this inside of the suit and this on the outside. So that's just to make sure that the glue doesn't seep through and actually get stuck on your foot, and also it adds some comfort. Okay, so finally done with all of these. So once you finish, you should have it all like this. It's okay if there's a little ruffling on the edges. It's not going to make a huge difference, especially after being painted. So you should have them like this. Stuff in them. Obviously they don't stay on very well. Kind of hard to walk around with them. So you're gonna, when you actually attach them, we're going to remove the inner sole again and glue in the suit with shoe glue, and wear the suit and put inside of the suit the sole. So inside the suit you'll have your foot on the sole, and then you'll be stepping down with that and the suit into the shoe, and the shoe will be on the outside and it'll glue it on there. So the sole here will stick to there and not your foot. So, yeah. Okay, so for the actual painting of the shoes, we are going to need some red, some blue, and some silver or black and white. I don't have silver and don't really want to go and get some, so I'm just going to use black and white for the silver. So what we're going to be doing, each shoe is different, because I'm assuming you probably don't have the exact same shoe as me, but essentially on the actual Asics, the majority of it is actually silver, so I'm going to be painting most of this piece silver, all of this silver. There is, however, down along the bottom, you can see there's a blue stripe on the picture, and there's also some red in there. Now I'm going to be kind of messing around because this already has a pretty cool silvery piece on here, so I might just mess around with that, switch up some colors. It also on here has a red toe piece that comes kind of across here. This shoe obviously doesn't have that, so I might just do this all silver and this red. Also on the bottom of the shoe, the actual shoe is the Asics are a track and field shoe, and so it has little circles all along for the spikes. This obviously doesn't have that, so I might just do the majority of it red and white and maybe some blue on these parts. It really doesn't matter a whole lot, since we don't have the identical shoe. as long as you kind of get the silver, blue, and red in there, then it'll look pretty decent. Okay, guys, so the shoes are pretty much done. Let me take out the inner sole dudes here. Get rid of these. So I painted it all silver and blue, and you can see the red on there. So I did a couple coats of each color, and it's not perfect. I didn't spend as much time on the bottom just because it's on the bottom, and I figure it's gonna be rubbing off. Even though I used acrylic paint, it's still probably gonna be rubbing off, or get covered with dirt or something. But this is pretty much the completed shoe. I'm pretty happy with them. They're not a huge part of the suit. So long as you can get them somewhat good looking, then it should really complete the suit.